Let's get familiar with multithreading in Java. In today's world, it is a general practice to share resources among multiple users. Multithreading is used to achieve multitasking. Multithreading in Java is a process of executing multiple threads at the same time. But what is a thread? Thread is nothing but a lightweight subprocess or a smallest unit of processing. One CPU can work on a single thread at a time. Modern-day computers have multiple CPUs. With hyper-threading technologies, these can potentially handle 8 threads at a time. A thread goes through various phases in its life cycle. A new thread is born, starts, runs, and then later dies. A new thread begins its life cycle in the new state. It remains in this state until the program starts the thread. After a newly born thread is started, the thread becomes runnable. Sometimes, a thread transitions are in the waiting state, while the thread waits for another thread to perform a task. A runnable thread can enter the timed waiting state for a specified interval of time. A runnable thread enters the terminated state when it completes its task, or otherwise terminates. In order for these threads to work efficiently, the threads have to cooperate properly with each other. The process-based multitasking is controlled by the operating system, whereas the multithreading is controlled by the programmer. Java supports thread-based multitasking. Usually, the applications are divided into several processes. The master process spawns the sub-processes to build logically significant application functionality. Sometimes, a single process might contain multiple threads. All these threads within a process share the same state and memory space, and can be communicated with each other directly. Threads are objects in the Java language. The thread can be created using 2 ways, by extending thread class, and by implementing runnable interface. The thread string name, thread runnable and thread runnable comma string name are commonly used constructors of thread class. A thread can be defined by extending the java.lang.thread class, or by implementing the java.lang.runnable interface. This method must be public with a void return type, and should not take any arguments. The threads share the same address space. The thread is a lightweight subprocess, and the cost of communication between the threads is low.